what do you see? The cult of Stanley. Okay, yeah, that was fucking cringe, but if you know, you know. Let's get to it. 1 week ago, we had fully grown adults lining up in Target parking lots at 2 in the morning for a Stanley Cup. And now a week later, we have legitimate children bullying each other if they either don't own a Stanley or if they own a fake Stanley, which is basically just a normal regular day cup. So in case you don't know what I'm talking about, a couple of days ago, there was a mother who came to TikTok to say that her 9-year-old daughter was being bullied because she didn't take a real Stanley Cup to school. Now, before I show you guys the video of what this mother says, let me say something. Insulated cups have existed for how long now? The Stanley Cup Quencher, which is the cup that everybody on planet Earth is losing their minds over, was launched in 2016, which was 8 years ago. The Stanley Cup is not the first insulated cup. So why are we calling regular everyday insulated cups fake Stanleys? What?
This is the cup that we got our daughter for Christmas. This is not a Stanley. This is a $9.98 Walmart cup that she said she thought was cute. She is 9 years old. On the second day back to school after Christmas break, she comes home. She's not crying. She's just upset. The girls, all the other girls in her grade, I'm not saying all, maybe she said 9, 10 of them, all got Stanleys for Christmas. And they made sure to let her know that this is not a real Stanley, that this is fake and it's not as cool. So she comes home, she's upset. She asks if she can have a real Stanley.
I think what breaks my heart the most about this is the fact that it wasn't the parent who picked this bottle out. It wasn't the parent who bought this as a gift for their child. It was the child who saw this bottle. It was the child who said, wow, that looks really cool. It was the child who said that she really wanted it. And she's getting made fun of at school for something that she picked out herself. Something that she herself wanted.
Do I think that a 9-year-old needs a Stanley? No. Do I have one? Yes, I have one. So that being said, before you come at me, if you're a mom, if you're a parent, and you can do something to keep your child from getting made fun of, to help fit in, you're gonna do it. So we went and bought her a 30-ounce Stanley. In our area, at our local Ace Hardware, these are $35. Can we afford to buy her a Stanley? Yes. Did I think that she needed one? No. Apparently I've been proven wrong by the children in our school that are making fun of her for not having a real name brand Stanley.
And what's even worse is she comes home and asks for a real Stanley, despite the fact that she didn't even want a real Stanley to begin with. But because she's getting bullied at school over a damn cup, and she doesn't want to be bullied anymore, understandably so, she now wants her mum to buy her a Stanley that she doesn't even want to begin with. But this is becoming a disturbing trend very quickly on TikTok, because ever since that mother uploaded her video, there has been yet another person who has come onto TikTok to say that, guys, my sister was bullied at school because I didn't buy her a Stanley.
Y'all, for Christmas, I bought my little sister this new water bottle. It's not a Stanley cup, but it keeps the water cold. It gets the job done. And after her first day back on Monday, she told me she's never going to school with that ghetto water bottle again. She basically told me kids were bullying her for not having the Stanley cup.
So, kids are being bullied if they so dare to have an insulated cup with a straw that isn't a Stanley cup. But kids are also being bullied if they have anything that isn't a Stanley cup. So you're going to be bullied for buying a knockoff, but you're also going to be bullied for not even owning anything that looks remotely like a Stanley at all. And it wasn't just his sister either, because he himself, who was giving his sister and her friend a ride from school, was getting bullied for not having a Stanley, and she's getting a free ride. Y'all, it's not even just the kids at school that are being affected by this. They will literally bully anyone in public who doesn't have a Stanley at this point.
After I dropped her off on Monday, she said she was never going to use this again. And I thought that was really disrespectful, so I told her I'm going to return it and get my money back. And when I dropped her off at school on Tuesday, I kind of see where she was coming from. I kid you not, every kid that was getting dropped off had the Stanley cup. And after school on Tuesday, she asked me if I could drop her friend off, and I'm a cool big brother, so I said sure, no problem. So I was driving her friend home, and she saw my water bottle and started laughing. As soon as I saw her friend laughing at my water bottle, I knew maybe my sister was onto something. So I went to Dick's Sporting Goods and got her the Stanley cups that she was asking for. But now that I think about it, I think she told her friend to laugh at my water bottle so I would go out of my way and get her the Stanley cup. But she really likes the new water bottle, so I think I'm gonna let her keep it.
So now, on top of already having bought a Christmas present for their family members, which was a new water bottle, they then have to go back out and spend even more money that nobody really has in this economy to buy a Stanley so that their family members won't be relentlessly harassed by kids at their school. And because I already know I'm gonna get a few comments like this, oh my god, how do we know they're even telling the truth? They could just be lying for clout. Nobody's really getting bullied over a cup, that's ridiculous. Oh, okay, let's hear it from an actual child then, who came home from school to tell her mum that she was getting made fun of for not having a Stanley.
No.
She didn't have what?
Didn't have the sign on it or
And what they
anything
tell you
on
at
it.
school?
Told me that my family's fake. My Stanley's fake.
How is it fake your Santa got it for you? Because they said it's fake because what?
Because it doesn't have the sign on it.
It doesn't have the sign on it? So now you don't want to use the Stanley you got for Christmas, right?
No.
Drew, that your Stanley is fake. And how did that make you feel?
Sad.
And again, like what happened with the girl at the beginning of this video, this daughter was really happy with the cup that she got for Christmas. She was incredibly excited over it. There are kids out there who don't give a shit about owning a Stanley. They just want a cool bottle. But they're literally being peer pressured by people at their school to get a Stanley simply just so that they don't get bullied. But you remember how I said in my original video that I made about the Stanley Cups that it was literally just an in real life episode of South Park? They also predicted that kids would be bullying other kids about it. There is a character named Clyde, and he doesn't have any cred. His parents won't buy cred for him.
Clyde, where's your cred? Oh, it's in my... I already drank it. See, that's what I'm talking about. Clyde likes cred so much that he drank all his before noon. That's a real cred drinker. Unlike all the poser cred drinkers like Spencer Hollis. Thanks a lot for making sure your son is the only kid in school without any cred.
So he has to buy an empty bottle of cred and fill it with juice so that he won't get made fun of at school anymore.
Hey. I don't have $65. What can I get for $3?
$3? Oh, sure. For that, you can get an empty Clyde bottle.
What good is that gonna do me?
It's easy. You just fill your empty bottle with water and a little food coloring. Everyone thinks you got cred when you actually have no cred.
Eventually, he gets found out because they take a sip of the cred and they find out that it's actually juice. And then what happens? Clyde gets bullied again because it was fake cred.
Oh my god, Clyde! You got Moonrise Mellow? How the hell did you get a bottle of Moonrise Mellow? Oh, it was just, what my parents gave me today. You guys, Moonrise Mellow is like the hardest flavor to get ever! What the fuck? This is fucking apple juice! Gross! Yeah, it's apple juice. You guys are posers. What the fuck? What the fuck have you done, Clyde? I'm sorry, okay? Oh, he's sorry! He fakes having cred, but he's sorry! We all said you had cred in your backpack, Clyde! We fucking backed you! What the hell are we gonna do?
Just like these kids are getting bullied for having fake Stanleys, bro! But it's not just kids who are being bullied over these cups. It's the teachers at the exact same schools as well. There was a teacher who said, when you grow up, you think you'll never be bullied again. But I became a high school teacher. And my students torched me for buying myself a Stanley Cup. So it doesn't even matter if it's a real Stanley Cup. Because if it isn't the quencher, then they're gonna make fun of you for it. Oh my god! Why are there rules? But he wasn't the only teacher who was getting bullied, because another teacher got onto the app and told people that her students were bullying her for not having a Stanley. She just wanted to own an insulated cup that was representing her favorite football team, the Cowboys, but because obviously it didn't have the Stanley logo on it and it wasn't a quencher, she was getting bullied for it. You want to know why not everyone has a Stanley Cup? Because they're $80 for a water bottle! Do you think that anybody anybody, especially in our economy right now, where we literally have a rent being risen in so many houses right now, that anybody has the money to just blow on a cup? Are you kidding me? It's no wonder this cup is starting to give people the ick.
My ducks are absolutely not in a row. I don't even know where some of them are.
You guys aren't even gonna believe this, because there were people trying to defend the people who were bullying kids for not having Stanley Cups. How? I don't know, but this is the internet, so of course this would happen. For those who are asking why people make a big deal about it, it's because they can keep your drink ice cold for almost a week, and there is a video of a woman's car being on fire, and her Stanley Cup survived it with barely a scratch on it. Look, I knew that people had parasocial relationships with celebrities, but I did not know that people were out here having a parasocial relationship with a cup. You're acting like a stan, babe, and it's a cup, not a pop star. Firstly, no. The Stanley Cups do not keep your drinks cold for almost a week. People have literally had their drinks become warm in 3 hours. Also, Stanley themselves have literally said that it can only keep drinks cool for like 48 hours. So I don't know where you're pulling that statistic from. But secondly, yes, this Stanley Cup did survive a car fire.
Everybody's so concerned about if the Stanley spills, but what about the milk? It was in a fire yesterday. It still has ice in it.
But I don't give a single shit if every single person who have ever bought a Stanley won the goddamn lottery after buying it. If kids are coming home crying, if kids are coming home sad, if kids are coming home feeling outcast and left out and bullied over a cup, I don't give a shit that the Stanley Cup survived in a fire. If children are being hurt over it, I don't care. Anyways, guys, do not give the Stanley Cup any more of your time, your attention, or your money. Can we just let it die? Let it die, let it die, let it shrivel up and die. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Mwah. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.